Hello and welcome to Awakening Consciousness Tarot. My name is Michael, and in this video I'm going to be doing a general reading for the 13th of February 2021. It's a general reading, so take from it what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. The timing of the reading is also fluid, so if you come across this video after the 13th and you feel inclined to watch it, then there might be a message for you in the reading. For the reading I'm going to be using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. I'm also going to be using Power Animal Oracle cards, and I'm going to be using Healing with the Angel Oracle cards as well. Okay, so I'm going to give the cards a shuffle and see what they have to say for today, the 13th of February 2021. So messages for the 13th of February 2021, please. Okay, so the first card is the Fool, and the Fool is 0. You see that? So it is the very first card in the tarot deck, first card of the major arcana, and it represents an unburdened new start, a fresh new beginning, heading off into a new adventure of some description. So nice to see the Fool as the first card in a reading. Let's see what other cards come out afterwards, because the Fool does, it represents the beginning of a new journey. So the cards which are going to follow are going to perhaps map out a little bit of the journey that is to come after. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So if it's talking of a new beginning, then it's talking about a destined new beginning. So it's absolutely the completion of a certain cycle of life and the beginning of a new cycle. So there's an extra confirmation of that with the Wheel of Fortune. We have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is a character who has a strategy. He has sort of an overview in mind. So if there is a new beginning and an end of a cycle has come and a new beginning has started, it's time to start strategizing, and it's time to start thinking about what direction is going to be best to take to move forward. Again, let's see what other cards come out after the King of Swords. Let's see what might be a suggested direction to head in, or a suggested strategy to adopt. That's the Queen of Pentacles. So it can be to do with money, it can be to do with home life, getting stability, creating stability. So with these cards so far, it can suggest perhaps a new financial venture, or a new idea, a new way of getting to this Queen of Pentacles energy. So getting to a point of being financially stable, being financially secure, having your material needs well met. And so with the King of Swords before the Queen of Pentacles, this could suggest perhaps having some kind of getting some financial advice. The King of Swords is definitely an advisor, can also be a lawyer. So it might be just about getting yourself, getting your kind of financial house in order, or getting your material house sorted, and getting things, getting things in order and getting things well planned. I have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a like a self-imposed mental prison. So the swords represent thoughts. So this person is trapped in thought, or she believes she's trapped in a certain situation. And at the end of this row, it can suggest that maybe through getting some kind of perhaps financial advice, or coming up with some sort of, marking out budget, for example, or taking inventory of what you have and what you don't have, it can break you out of this uncertainty. She has a blindfold on, so she maybe doesn't know. She doesn't know how much, she doesn't know what her monthly incomings and outgoings are, so the books perhaps aren't balanced. So it might be just taking a fresh start and say, well, I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this blindfold off. By taking off this blindfold, I can see that I can walk around these swords. These swords are not trapping me, and then I'm free. So the King of Swords is free. The Queen of Pentacles is free. So this might be what needs to be done in this new cycle. But I'm going to see what other cards come out here. Okay, and then the Death card just jumped out. So Death is also very much about cleaning out the old and bringing in and making way for the new. So after this Eight of Swords, it can suggest perhaps this was some kind of financial bad habit, and it's saying, well, no, we'll put an end to that, and we'll take a new start where you know where your money's coming from, you know how much is coming in, you know how much is going out, it's all in front of you, and that gives you some financial peace of mind. So the Queen of Pentacles has financial peace of mind. She has everything she needs. Everything is all under control. A Page of Pentacles. So it's suggesting this might be something that's new to you. You might just, spend your whole paycheck in one go, and that's what you do every month. And now you might be saying, well, actually, hang on a second, I'm going to balance my books. I'm going to look at things a bit more. I'm going to budget. I'm going to split the amount of money that I have coming in into different, maybe move it into different bank accounts. I'm going to keep an eye on it. And this is going to be a new habit for me. So the page is about, a page is a kind of a novice energy, a beginner's energy. So again, underneath this Fool, it's suggesting, this is something new that's starting off, and you're not perhaps used to it, but with anything, you make a start with it, and then gradually, bit by bit, you become more and more masterful until you reach this King and Queen energy, which is the energy of mastery of whatever it happens to be that you're working on. And as I say, in this is a new cycle. It's like learning something new, and the goal is to move you from this up to here. So rather than being out in the kind of ditch here, getting you into the kind of the royal court and up on your throne, where you are your own king and or queen. So the moon. So it's an energy of the unknown. So stepping out into the unknown, an unknown path, an area that you perhaps don't know about. So again, let's say if it's to do with money, for example, it might be to do with investing. So maybe you know nothing about investing, and you're going to make a start, and you're going to say, okay, right, what I'm going to do is I've got perhaps maybe say you have some excess money that you are, perhaps before you might have say squandered it or done something blind with it. You're going to say, right, I'm going to take this blindfold off, I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to invest it in something. And again, also the moon underneath this Wheel of Fortune is, just you going into a new cycle. And by its very nature of going into a new cycle, you're going into the unknown here. And also suggests after the Fall, when you first start a new journey, it's fresh, it's exciting, it's wonderful. But then after you've kind of, not exactly when the novelty's worn off, but there comes a point where you're like, okay, right, I've left the village, if you like, I've left where I was, my comfort zone, where I was before, and now I'm a little bit kind of further away from where I feel comfortable. If that's the case, then just use your intuition here, or seek advice from people who have walked that path before, and that will be your guiding light here as you go down this dark path, but not necessarily negative, just an unknown path. So you might, want to seek out a mentor or a teacher or someone with experience in whatever new area it is you're starting off in. Strength. So yeah, again, if I get the feeling that it might just be like a change of a kind of like buckling down and just saying, you know what, I'm going to be a bit more disciplined. I'm going to move in a different direction. I'm not going to keep myself trapped in whatever this is. I'm going to make the King of Swords as an energy of cutting things out. So he says, right, enough of this. Now I'm going in this direction. So you have that strength there in the middle, and it's whatever it is that you're investing in, whether it's knowledge or some kind of course of study or some sort of apprenticeship of some sort, it will give you more strength. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can speak of poverty. So you see these kind of beggars outside. It can also speak about cutting something out. So again, I just get this feeling that there might be like a bad habit, like overspending, or as I say, blind spending, or just kind of not looking at how much money's coming in and going out, not doing kind of your own personal bookkeeping correctly. So it might be just having the strength to say to yourself, no, I'm not cutting that out, I'm not doing that anymore, I'm going in a different direction, I'm going to get my house in order, and it's going to be good. They have the King of Pentacles as well, so yeah, this is another character who has his financial and house in order, and he has his material world very much in order. I mean, and a new start could just be like just having a declutter, so the pentacle energy is to do with physical, manifested, tangible things. So it might be that you have a whole load of stuff that you don't need anymore that you could donate to perhaps people who are in need, and that will make way for new energy to come in to replace that. But again, you've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, so there's definitely an energy of taking care of things on the physical plane, or some kind of upgrade in the physical plane, or some kind of new direction in the physical plane. Maybe you've just got a new job, or you have a new venture, new income, or whatever you have. Like I said before, you might have extra money coming in. It's like, don't squander it, invest it, or have the discipline to sort of not blow it on perhaps unnecessary things, because then you can grow it. So the King and the Queen of Pentacles, you can see there's like lots of plants growing around them, representing that the physical wealth that they have has grown organically. Hasn't just come and it hasn't just been bestowed upon them. They've cultivated it themselves, and it's been cultivated by having the right mindset and by having some kind of strategy to make it happen. So the Five of Pentacles can be to do with grief, it can be to do with loss, it can be to do with something sad that's made you sad from the past. I'm going to pull some more cards around that to see the context of that card in this reading. The Magician. So underneath the moon and underneath the wheel of fortune, this is saying that you're manifesting a new start. You've made a new start. To the left side of the reading can mean the past, so it can suggest that might have been that whatever is being left in the past here, represented by these three spilled cups here, can stay in the past. You know, you're turning your back on that and taking back your power. So rather than being stuck in an old energy, you sort of manifest a new beginning and a new start. Again, I'm going to pull another card. Let's go after this Magician of 5 of Cups to hone down the meaning of it. And you have the 6 of Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles is about being, so Pentacles is finances, earth energy, money, materials, being balanced in the physical plane, where you may not have been that way before. So this 5 of Cups and this 8 of Swords over in the corners is suggesting perhaps, there's a lot of pentacle energy here, so it's almost certainly to do with finances and to do with material matters. There might have been times when you felt bound up financially, or you might have been felt like you just don't have enough financially, and this new energy is coming in to say, well, look, I'm empowered. The strength card here, I'm empowered to get to this point if I choose in my mind to focus on what it is that I want and to take the necessary action that comes along after I've just made that mental mind shift. I will become this character in the 6 of Pentacles here, who has enough for himself and he has enough to give to other people as well. They have the Knight of Swords. So Knight is a kind of adolescent energy, so it's not like kind of a novice energy or a masterful energy like the King or the Queen. It's somewhere in between. So it's about making a start, heading off in a new direction, saying, you know what, I'm not this king yet, but I'm not going to be this character in the 5 of Pentacles. You know, I'm going to move towards this, and I'm going to speak it out loud. So you see, this knight, he's heading towards this character here. Now, I don't know if you can see, but in this image here, it's quite balanced, he's quite stable, it's quite comfortable. The knight is a little bit brash, he's kind of running, like the horse's face is like, are you sure you want to be running this fast? And he's like, yes, I want to get there as soon as I possibly can. So there might be some overzealousness, but that's fine, because it's like underneath this 5 of Pentacles, it's better to be here than to be here, because this person's kind of going around in circles in a kind of negative loop, as is this character in the 8 of Swords. And the Knight has just said, right, enough is enough. Not really sure how to move forward with this, but I'm putting my intention out there for it. I'm going to do the best I can with what I've got at the moment, and that's enough for now. And if you start with that, eventually a knight becomes a king. He'll make mistakes. You know, the king knows when to act and when not to act. The knight doesn't really. He's probably, especially the Knight of Swords, he's perhaps a bit too much action than not. But you know, you learn from that. If you make mistakes, you don't wallow in them. So that's probably what this 5 of Cups is saying here. It's like, if you move forward, you make a mistake, okay, don't cry over the 3 cups that you've lost. You will have gained 2 cups of experience, and you will have some value from whatever mistakes you make. You know, you can turn those failures into successes down the line. You have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, just using your intuition to go down as you move down this which is uncharted to you, uncharted territory, Use your intuition. It will guide you through, and it will get you to the point of mastery. This King of Swords. Okay, let's see what the animal cards have to say. And the giraffe, foresight. So you're able to see what's in store for the future. So this goes very much with the King of Swords. He has a strategy. He's looking out where he's going. So one of the warnings for the Fool is, don't just walk off blindly, because you might go off the edge of a cliff. And again, you have this blind person here, so just going in blind. Have some kind of strategy. Have some kind of battle plan, if you like, before you move ahead. So don't go forward in, too rashly, but do make a move to go forward. That's what the angel cards have to say. Power. So yeah, there's a lot of power in this reading. The king is very powerful. The kings are very powerful. So are the queens. Strength right in the middle. So it is about not giving your power away to doubts and fears. Not giving your power away to not investing your energy in negative thinking. Not giving your power away by crying over spilt milk. Learning how to wield power as well. So the Knight of Swords, he's learning how to wield it. He has some power, but it's a little bit imbalanced. So it's about bringing that power, energy, whatever that power happens to be. It could be knowledge, it could be money, it could be being in some sort of advantageous position, and using that to move forward. Okay, so that's the reading for today. I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to post another reading tomorrow. If you'd like a private reading in the meantime, then there is a link in the description box. If you click on that, there'll be details as to how you can make a booking. So until tomorrow, I hope you have a good day, and I shall speak to you again then. All right, bye-bye.